All right, here we go. Watch this video for Monday, April 15th. Ooh, dreaded tax day. Starting off showing you the SPY. It kind of gapped out of this 5-day range or so, sold off, but then closed right back up near its highs, a little bit better volume. I have very few charts on watch going into this week. And that's not because I'm lazy or because I didn't try. There just aren't that many standout charts right now. All right, so let's get right to it. FLKS, a penny stock. Anything below a buck is what I call a penny stock. You had the spike back here to 70 cents, then a lower high, then a couple days where it attempted to break over this high, came right back in, and a pretty strong close, closing at its highs and near these recent highs on Friday. So possible break out of this range on Monday. We'll see. We'll keep it on watch, right? TRNX. This is the old MNGA, which meant when I saw it on the gap playlist in the morning, or when I put it on the gap playlist in the morning, I thought, well, I probably won't trade this. I mean, this thing has a history of going nowhere, and then it's got this island down here. But I put it on the gap playlist nonetheless. If you weren't there in chat on Friday, I called this as it was curling back up. I called this. Either I said red to green, or a Tokyo anywhere around here, or the break of 90. Any one of them made sense to me as the volume came in. I think I got long at 89 cents and 2-minute candles. So in 4 minutes, in 5 minutes, whatever, it was up to $1.05. That's a pretty nice move in 4 minutes on a 90-cent basis, 89-cent basis, right? Percentage-wise, the volume poured into. Even Wayne made money on this one. If you know Wayne at all, you know he doesn't trade the under a buck stocks. And I think he said, screw it. There's not much out there. And Mike's a genius, so I'll try it. And even Wayne made money on it. He doesn't trade those usually, so that was kind of cool. Anyway, long story short, let's switch to 5-minute candles. It ended up closing really strong after looking like it was going to be the old MNGA again. It ended up with a strong close, so that lands it on the gap play watch list for Monday. And you had really big volume. It topped out at $1.05. The top of this entire island, it looks like it was $1.04 back here. So I mean, anything over $1.05 on Monday, you're just up into the gap. So if you're astute at all, you would say to yourself, well, then where's the next catalyst? And we don't really have one. I like to take a trade with another catalyst nearby on the chart. The only catalyst here is up into the gap. Having said that, it might give a nice low risk setup, and it might give a 10, 15, 20% move in 5 minutes. We don't know. So I'm definitely going to have it on watch, because that volume on Friday and the strong close is certainly going to catch some attention, right? Let's see. YRIV goes back on watch. It's just still flagging. It had this nice 2-day run, and it's still just flagging. And again, there's not much out there right now. NBEV goes back on watch, NBEV. You had the big pop back here, and now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 days lower. It's almost, well, a round trip actually would have been from the close here, which was 478. So I wanted to say it's almost round trip, but it has almost round trip from the intraday trading of the gap up day. I don't know. I still like it as a bounce play. Usually when something gaps and runs, you can kind of mark the top and the bottom of that day, and you can say, well, this is its new range, and it's working its way down to the bottom of the range. So I do still like it, and it did have good news 5 days ago, so we'll keep it on watch. But the farther it gets from those highs, the less I like it, because then you run into that, hey, where's the next catalyst question again, right? FTFT, normally I wouldn't have something like this on watch, but there's so little out there, I'm going to watch it. You had the gap up, the big move, but then the round trip, and it closed fairly close to its lows that day. Then on Friday, again, kind of an ugly day. I don't really have any, again, there's no catalyst on this chart, but you had a huge gap up, and now you've got 2 red days, way lower volume on Friday. So what I'd like to see, if I'm going to trade this, is this thing to trade, in a narrow range for a few hours, and then to break out of that range to the upside. Then we might get a little mini squeeze, albeit, maybe for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but having it on a chart could still give you a nice trade, right? And then lastly, I've got ATAI, which is probably my favorite, and I don't like any of them, so that'll tell you how much I like this list. You had a big 2-day run, Now you're 2 days lower on declining volume. Kind of the same thing that I just mentioned in FTFT. I'd like to see, although this chart is stronger, I'd like to see a narrow range for a little while and then an upside break out of that range, right? I would like this chart much more if if we have another red day that comes down into our buy zone, maybe retest the 200-day from above, which would say that happens on Monday. I would certainly like this chart much more on Tuesday, but I'm going to start watching it for a potential turn back up on Monday. And that is the entirety of my list. I'm hoping there's some decent gap plays in the morning, right? Because this is not a great list. I went back like over 2 weeks, day by day, looking at charts. So trust me, I put some effort in today. There's just not much out there. You know what? If you want one other thing to put on watch, I just remembered PHAS, very strong bounce, 2-day bounce after an offering and a very strong close on Friday. So I'm actually, as I'm babbling, I'm going to put that on the watch list as well. PHAS. All right, and a quick reminder, I will not have a list. I will not have a video. I will have one for Tuesday. This is for Monday. I'll have one for Tuesday. I will not have one, nor will I be trading on Wednesday or Thursday. The market's closed on Friday, and I probably won't have one for Monday either. I expect to be back to work, I'm hoping, on Tuesday, right? A week from the coming Tuesday. So if you're wondering if I fell off the face of the earth, I will for a few days in the process of moving into a new home, and I'll actually be in between homes for a little bit without internet or anything. So definitely won't be a watch list Wednesday or Thursday. And then again, a 3-day weekend next weekend for everybody because Friday's closed. And I'll also no list or video for Monday. All right. Then hopefully after that, I'll be right back at it full time. All right. I'm done babbling. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you guys on Monday.